Hello, friends. Welcome back to day two. I hope that you are here done after having done your take six and looked at your list of whys. If you haven't done that yet, I want you to pause the video and go and do it. Do the take six. Take your time to really do the take six, breathing, and look at your list of whys and really feel it. I want you to close your eyes. I want you to really feel it. So you come here really ready and motivated to dive in. So, if you are back here, you're ready to dive in. Day two is all about us. This is where we start to really design our lives the way we want to live our lives without letting ADHD control it. We are going to start to take control of our ADHD and really look at what that looks like for us as ADHDers, we tend to fly by the seat of our pants, right? Even though we crave structure, we also like to play it loosey goosey. And I'm going to pause here real briefly to say again, I want to remind you, if I throw out these generalizations and they don't necessarily apply to you, I don't want you to stop watching. I understand. I've said it before. We come at this with different life experiences. We were all raised differently. We have different belief systems. A lot of different things have created who we are. So if you're somebody who's like, well, no, I don't really fly by the seat of my pants. I can't do that. I really need to have everything planned. I get you. And this is for you. Yeah, my sister is also an ADHDer and she's a huge planner. We'll go on vacation. It drives me crazy because she's planning. Here's the flights. Here, do you want to do this activity or that activity? Do you want to go on this hike or this hike? And she knows all the names and she's she's very structured for an ADHDer. And I'm like, it's a year away. I don't know and I don't care. I just want to fly to Arizona and get off the plane and figure it out. But she likes to have everything really planned. So I get that. And we are all different, whether you are like me or you are like my sister. This process is for you. And I know that as ADHDers, sometimes we tend to take things literally. Again, another generalization, but if that's you and you tend to take things literally, I just want to urge you not to, not to in this program or any other. Really look at the substance of the program, but I'm specifically telling you that this process is for you no matter where you are on your journey. If you are struggling, if your ADHD is controlling parts of your life that are making it really difficult to move forward, this is for you. So stick with us. So, having said that, I want to dive in um, to why we are here today. So, we need to have a roadmap, okay? And it doesn't matter if we have detours on that roadmap. It doesn't matter if we hit roadblocks, which we are going to. We need to at least know where we're starting and where we want to go. And in order to do that, there are some steps that we need to take. And this is going to help you start to design a roadmap of your life. So, for if you're one of those people who knows, like I want to make $1 million, but you also maybe have a conflicting belief that, well, in order to make $1 million, I'm going to have to be super salesy, or I'm going to have to work, you know, 60, 70, 80 hour weeks. And that's going to take away from my family. And that's counterproductive of why I'm doing what I'm doing. And you have these inner battles, right? You have a battle between your core beliefs, what you really believe, and what you want. And that's often what causes us to be paralyzed and overwhelmed and stuck. So we're going to kind of work on getting through some of those today. And I'm not really talking about limiting beliefs. There's a lot of work that we can do and we'll do on limiting beliefs. But this is more getting real clear on who we want to be. This is getting real clear on our core values and what that looks like for us. So to do this exercise, I want you to get out your handy dandy notebook. Okay. And across the top of a fresh page, I want you to write identity. And what you're going to do after you finish watching this video is you're going to start to list the things that are important to you, that are part of who you want to be. Who do you see yourself as in a year? Just look a year out. And I'm not talking about goals. I'm talking about who you want to be. So if your goal is to be financially successful, well, what does that look like? What will you be doing? And if, one of your roadblocks is that you don't want to be working 80-hour weeks, well, how does that look for you? And if you're like, well, I don't know how I'm going to do it, start with your core beliefs. What is it that you want to do? So I know for me, um, one of the struggles that I had was wanting to do this as a business, wanting to help people, and also not wanting to be salesy and not wanting to be markety, and that just felt kind of ick to me inside, right? Um, and I bought into a lot of these programs that taught how to do that. And it just didn't feel right. It wasn't authentic to me. I I understood the concept. I understood why they were saying to do what they were saying to do, but it didn't feel right to me. And I had to get to a place where I also had to understand that if I want to help people, the only way I can help people is if they know what I do. I mean, it's great to say I'm an ADHD coach, but if nobody knows that I'm coaching, then I'm not helping anybody, right? So when you do this, when you start working on your identity, those are the things that you really have to work on. Look at, okay, I want to do this thing, but I have some conflicts over here. So what does that look like for me? How do I do that? How do I become that and overcome these roadblocks? And you might not have all the answers right now, but when you start to write down the things that are important to you, then you start to look at ways to make it happen that aren't icky. Okay. So I'm going to just give you some examples of my identity list. And you start out with saying, I am. Everything that you write down, you're going to put in the present tense. So I start out with, I am an ADHD coach. I am super successful because I truly help people with ADHD transform their lives. I am authentic. I am driven by my desire to help. I am a present mom. I am reliable in business and with family and friends. I am value centered. I am a hard worker. I am compassionate. I am focused on learning valuable ADHD practices. I am motivated to get my message out to ADHDers who need my help. I am resilient. I am helpful. So those are the kinds of things that I wrote. And your list can be completely different. What I want you to do, and the reason that I gave you parts of my list is because I want you to really look at who you want to be. Who is that person in a year? Whether it's, um, I am a healthy, 125 pound. I don't know. I'm throwing numbers out there. I don't know what a healthy weight is. It depends on your height, right? I'm a healthy 125 pound woman, and I am playing with my children, and I am present in their lives every day. And I am someone who loves to eat healthy, and I'm someone who loves to get up in the morning and exercise and whatever, right? Whatever those things are that you aspire to be, you can see yourself doing that. That's who you want to be. That's who you want to be. And by doing this process, you start to see the things that it takes to get there, to be that person. So by knowing who you want to be and getting this list of I ams, it really helps you make better decisions. It makes decision making a lot easier because, for instance, if you want to be that healthy person at a healthy weight and be active and playing with your kids or playing with your grandkids or bike riding with your partner, whatever it is that you aspire to do, when somebody brings in the donuts, you're not going to want them, right? You're going to be like, no, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. I have my why because I'm reading it every day. And I have my list of who I am, what my identity, and that doesn't fit into my list. So, and I'm not telling you that this is going to happen overnight. And I want to make that very, very clear. Some of these programs, they're like, just do it and do it tomorrow and the next day and the next day. The reality is, especially for us ADHDers, we are going to hit that pause button. We're going to. We're going to hit that roadblock. We're going to. We're going to grab that donut. We're going to. Okay. It happens. But the biggest takeaway is that when it happens, you're going to start to recognize it. One of the biggest problems with ADHDers is we forget. We actually forget that we're on a different path. And it's not until, we've ate the whole donut and it's an hour later and we're like, oh, what did I do that for? I remember when I was a kid and we didn't eat meat on Fridays during Lent, right? I grew up Catholic and that was the thing. It's still the thing for Catholics, but it's just not my thing anymore. But anyway, um, and there would be times that it's like, we would go grab lunch and here I am, scarfing down a McDonald's hamburger on a Friday and go, oh, I forgot it's Friday. We're not supposed to eat meat, right? So that's what ADHDers do, though. A lot of times, it's not that we don't want to stay on the path, it's that we forgot where the path is. And then we're like, well, we ate the hamburger, we ate the donut. So, all right, I blew it already. The most important part is that we go, oh, okay, that was a pause. I hit the pause button. Now I'm gonna unhit the pause button and I'm gonna recommit. And I'm gonna go back and look at my why again. And I'm gonna go back and look at my identity again. And I'm gonna recommit to being that person again. And the more that we do this, the more that we recommit, the more that we understand that these are just pauses and these are just normal roadblocks. And it's okay. It's not the end of the road. It's just a little stumble. It's not a big deal. We're going to keep doing it. The more we recommit and recommit and recommit and say, it's okay. I'm going to start again right now, not tomorrow, by the way. Never say I'm going to start again tomorrow. So I'm going to start again right now because once we push it off to tomorrow, then we forget again because tomorrow we're going to forget that we said we were going to recommit. We need to recommit in the moment that we remember it. Recommit. Do a take six if you can. Look at your list of whys, look at your identity, and recommit right now to starting again right now. Not the end of the world. And don't wait till the end of the day, right now. So that's what I want you to work on today. I want you to really take some time and dive into your identity. The one thing, now remember, we are still only focusing on one thing. So when you write this identity, make it pertain to that one thing. So if it is a new job, make it pertain to that new job. If it is a healthier lifestyle, make it pertain to that. If it is starting a business, make it pertain to that. So whatever it is that you're working on, just focus on the I ams pertaining to that one thing because we don't, we will expand this, but we have to start. Remember, this is the foundation. This is where we're starting. We're starting with one thing and we're going to go all the way through it and we're going to finish this one thing. Okay. So work on your identity list. And tomorrow, before you get here, again, do your take six. look over your why list and give yourself some time to do this. Give yourself a good 15 minutes or more, however long it takes you. Look over that why list and make sure you're feeling it. You really need to be emotional about this. This is important. This is your life. This is not a test run. Okay? This is your life. Get psyched up about it. So dive into that why, feel it, look at your identity list, and then hop back on and watch the video tomorrow. So thank you all for joining me here for day 2, and I look forward to seeing you all right here tomorrow for day 3. Take care.